Hey everyone, Tom at Snake River Base. Wanted to do a couple of YouTube videos for you. I want to talk about different methods of stowing the pilot chute. There's a lot of different methods out there in the world of base jumping. I want to talk about some basic principles, and then I want to talk about several specific methods that people have asked about, because some people sent me emails asking about them, and I want to talk about pros and cons of each one, and sort of what I think about each one, but mostly it's up to you to decide what to use. I want to start out by talking about the basic objectives when we throw the pilot chute. There's two objectives of the pilot chute pitch, and this is true whether you're handheld or stowed, but we're going to talk about stowed here. The objectives are for the pilot chute to hit the end of the bridle firmly. You want a good strong throw that hits all the way to the end of the bridle, and for the pilot chute to be in a good position to inflate when it reaches the end of the bridle. So you don't want the pilot chute backwards, upside down, you don't want to loop the bridle around it. A lot of that is down to your pitch technique, but how you fold the pilot chute can also affect that. So our goals here are to hit the end of the bridle firmly with the pilot chute in a good position to inflate, which generally, when we're talking about fold technique, means with the center line fully extended. I've got a rig here and I want to talk about different ways of packing the pilot chute to go stowed. First thing I want to do is I want to talk about what we think of as the magazine trick. I know a lot of people are using this now, we use it in our packing video, but I wanted to show everyone now so that when I'm using it in the later videos about different kinds of methods for packing the pilot chute, people aren't wondering what I'm doing. So the magazine trick basically involves using a magazine. If we were really going to jump this rig, we would definitely not use this magazine, because it's well documented that using skydiving magazines to pack a base pilot chute will cause hesitations and sometimes malfunctions. So this is just for demonstration purposes. Please don't use a magazine like this at home. Just real quick, what we're going to do is we're going to use the magazine as a tube to insert the pilot chute into the BOC. This is better than using any kind of tool that attaches to the pilot chute, because the magazine is not physically attached to the pilot chute. So if you somehow forgot the giant magazine hanging out of your BOC, you would just throw it, the magazine would fly away, and the pilot chute would still function normally. Short and quick, here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to mushroom pack the pilot chute using a standard mushroom pack. Don't worry if you don't know this, because I'll do a whole video about it. Okay. Position the magazine under the BOC. Roll the magazine around the pilot chute to create a tube that you can use to insert the pilot chute into the BOC. And then just insert the pilot chute. Once you get the pilot chute in, put your hand on the cap and pull the magazine around your hand. This gives you a quick, easy tool to use to insert the pilot chute. The beauty of this is that magazines are available pretty much everywhere in the world. If you don't have one handy, go to your local grocery store, and right there at the checkout there's going to be a bunch of free, full-color, shiny magazines. Usually they're the local real estate guide, $1 million houses local realtors want to sell, or $5 million houses if you happen to live on the coast of California. And you can just grab yourself one, use it 15 or 20 times, gets torn up, grab yourself another one. For our purposes, we use a little sheet of flexible plastic, and we use that instead of a magazine because it lasts forever. This plastic you can buy at Home Depot in 4x8 sheets. It's actually the liner for a shower. So we just buy sheets of it and cut it up into sizes that are convenient. But we're going to use this instead of a magazine when I use this magazine trick in these pilot chute packing videos.